Granny is petty. I love her. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to dandadan. We're now on to episode 3 of season 1, which is called It's Granny versus Granny Clash. So that makes sense, right? We have Momo's Granny, who is an actual medium, and then we're gonna have the Turbo Granny. So it's gonna be a Granny versus Granny battle, which already hearing that, I'm like, yeah, I'm actually totally down for that. I'm actually, now that the more I'm thinking about it, I'm ready. So last episode, we had our duo go to Momo's place to try to get cleaned up and get prepared for going up against Turbo Granny later on. But unfortunately, there was not unfortunately, for a reason. Anyways, there was a ward on the property, which they had to take down in order to let Ken onto the property. But of course, he came with friend, an unwilling friend, and they ended up having their first boss battle. And it was messy, but they did manage to get out of it fairly unscathed, except for poor Momo. She got very tired and drained through it, like outside of the fact that she got beat up pretty bad, but she did still manage to finish it up. But she is completely spent, passed out, and we ended the episode with poor Ken, of course, without her there to constantly keep the curse in check. It looks like it's taken over him again. So let's hope Granny comes home soon. Otherwise, who knows what'll happen to this poor guy and if he'll try anything with Momo. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. Just before I do though, a reminder that if you'd like to know when I drop episodes for this show or anything else, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now. Oh! You're doing well. Right? Sure. I think he might be lying. No. Okay, we can maybe wait till it stops. Damn, she sensed it. Looking great. That's right. Hands off. Woo! Granny's aim! Damn, Grandma is harsh. That's stress though. Okay, Grandma! This is how it works to be a pro. That's amazing. Thank you for the lesson. Ooh, spicy. Oh. Kudos. Woo! Granny is petty. I love her. Okay, Negan the hell out of this thing. You know, she has a real problem with calling people old. Amen. Maybe. Damn. I don't think he died, right? Grandma's like, anyways, just another day at the office. Wow, that was a very, very high level explanation. She's gonna get her digs in for all that teenage sass you gave her. What is with this hag nonsense? Period. Period. Need to know your place. The woman that took care of you. What would be her fault? You're the one who brought a demon to her house. You didn't force him. He made that choice. But I get it. Yes. He probably has to stay in here. Damn. Your grandma got your number, girl.
いつから化け物を友達にするようになった
She's like, I've been here the whole time.
その中なら呪いは発動しね。
That's what I thought. He needs to stay in there.
何がぶっ殺しただよ、嘘つきやがって。
ずいぶん必死だったじゃねえか。あんなガキがお気に入りかよ。
You sure?
こうなったのうちにも責任あるし、なんとかしてあげたいって思ってるだけ。
That's
そうか。
cute of you to say.
好きか。
Exactly, because it really was not, you did not force him to do that.
UFO に会える場所に行ってさ、そこでいろいろあって使えるようになった。
Great explanation.
超能力が使えるようになったの。
Prove it!
昔は100キロババアとか呼ばれててよ。
100 kilo?
あまりの霊気の強さにトンネルに近づくことさえできなかった。自爆霊って知ってるか？何か強い執着を持ってその場所に居続ける霊。
Got you. She said that the alien
奴ら
tower
は
was
自
too
分の
far
テ
for
リトリー
her.
の中ではほぼ最強だ。
And that's why she didn't want to stay outside of it.
自爆霊とはまともにやり合わねえ。ターボババアと自爆霊が合体してやがったのさ。
It's double whammy.
あれには手を出すな。わしも大事な孫を失いたくねえ。
She didn't sound very convincing.
そいつのことは忘れろ。
But I like him.
ケンさんだったら、こういう時どうするだろうって。いつも迷ったらそう考えること
Oh,
に
he's
して。
right there. Ask him.
パン助けるんだわ。だからうちもそうする。
Okay.
そのガキ大好
Yes, I think you were.
き。どんな気分だ？
I love Grandma. She's a troll.
ターボババアと鬼ごっこしろ。
は？
奴
Yeah,
は自
if
分
Grandma
の
can't get in, she needs someone to get her to come out.
自爆霊のテリトリーは消耗しない。
Oh, damn.
捕まらずにな。
How
テリ
fast
ト
can
リ
you
ーから引き
run?
離せれば、奴は弱体化しておめえらでも倒せるようになる。
And even you guys, damn.
あの結界とか使ってなんとかできない？トンネルに貼るとかさ。
No.
わしの結界術はこの土地に住む神様の力を借りてるにする。
Gotcha.
わしらの住む神越市を出たら、この能力は使え
Okay, we know things now.
すべての土地がそれぞれの神を持ってる。
Oh.
くらいにはなるだろう。
マジで言ってんのそれ。うちが
I mean,
どんだ
you're the one
け
who says you
頑
wanna
張ったっ
help.
て陸上の県大会にも出れねえから。
こいつだ。
あ、そっか。
やっと話に入れてもらえるんです
I mean, they had the conversation right there for a reason.
か。綾瀬さん、体重いくつですか？
おい、死にてえのか？
Exactly. It's not a question you ask out loud.
だったら常に全力出せるように鍛えろ。今から腕立て腹
That's,
筋。
I mean, straight up.
おめえら自身が強くなるしかねえ。
Yeah.
だからわしがおめえらを鍛えてやる。
Okay.
明日から始めるぜ。
Seriously, get some
メガネは
sleep. You're
すぐ
gonna
に
need
筋
it.
トレ始めろ。
Four eyes.
はい。
I can tell she's not gonna go easy on you, kid, so you best get your rest. Make out!
でも、綾瀬さんは違ったじゃないですか。自分も助けて、化け物もや
She did. She was a complete badass.
自分が綾瀬さんを助け
I
られ
really
るよう
hope
に
so.
幻滅してほしくないっす。友達をやめないでください。
Damn. Did you not see the panic she had when she thought
幻
you were
滅
dead?
なんかしない
Relax.
し、考えすぎ。
Girls are complicated. Shush.
すいません。
かっこよかったよ。
Kid
戦
is
ってる時
so
は。
bipolar in the way that he acts.
今日はそこで寝て。
Yeah, you
今
have
布
to
団持
stay
ってく
there.
るね。
Aw.
アイドルのショウマさんに隠し子がいることが判明しました。また
I
年齢も
knew she was right.
だったということです。
I knew she was right.
はい、オカルンがトイレ行きたいんだって。
You're gonna have to hold it.
言えないと呪いが解けちゃうの。つ
I
まり
guess
オ
you have
カ
to
ル
learn
ン
to
のトイ
make
レ
sure you
に
can
出
do
る
that when you can't see him. Wait, how can he go if it's miss?
オカルンにオーラが見えるっていうか。
Oh.
で握りつぶすとオーラが小さくなって。
Oh, I like that visual.
そこの木とか石ころにもある。うちはそのオーラをつかめて自由に動かせる。僕に目覚めた瞬間はもっとすごかったのにな。
Oh.
っていうか無敵って感じ？
So you have the ability.
要は視覚に頼ってるからダメなんだ。
Hmm.
もっと五感を使ってみろ。
Yeah, maybe you can sense the aura without seeing.
目を閉じてオーラを肌で感じてみろ。
Grandma's smart.
どう？
変身してる。
I was like, the flame's pretty big. Like, I'm just trying to figure out how he's gonna pee.
てめえ人んちでクソしようなんていい度胸じゃねえか。こっちも必死なんだ。簡単こっ
ちは今すぐにでも漏らせるん
That's true.
だ。足も入れる。この家で
Grandma's like, I want to watch. Oh, you're on his back.
やるな高倉君
Look, he's doing his training, guys.
屈辱的だ。
お前が言うな。
未知の体験に憧れてました。宇宙人に誘拐されたりとか。
I feel like this is still not as bad as being abducted by aliens.
無敵状態だったって言ってたな。
うん。
多分それがモモの本来の力なんだ。
Exactly.
なんでかその力は封印されてるみてえだがよ。
Psychologically, probably.
修行で少しずつ力を解放していかなきゃならねえし。
My guess is it came out because she thought she was going to die and also she was about to go through something very traumatic.
ただ見られなきゃいけないっすか。
こっちのセリフ。
Oh, God.
ばあちゃん。
わしの呪いは感染する。この楽器を媒介してな。楽器が見た人間は全員呪い殺せるの。てめえに時間なんかやらねえ。
I can't blame Turbo
いや、トン
Granny.
ネルに来い。じゃなきゃこの楽器使ってそこ
話。
モモ、何があったか聞こうじゃねえか。
How did they do? Oh, because of him. They had to fix it so he could be there. Damn.
てるってうちらこう見えて宇宙人ぶっ倒してる。
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter at this point, though.
モモ、
だよしつけえな。
死ぬなよ。
Cute.
やつはうちの大切なもんを傷つけようと
It's
しやがる。
personal.
ターボババアの野郎ボッ
You
コボ
better.
コにしたるわい。
You better. All of this elderly versus elderly crime. I mean, come on now. That's not right. But listen, sometimes you gotta let grown people do what they gotta do. All right, guys. Well, that was episode 3, and I love it. Our training arc has begun. Grandma is finally here. I like Grandma. Grandma's my favorite person so far. She is so cool. I love that, you know, obviously she's older, but very youthful in spirit, shall we say. I mean, the only reason you would know she's older is because her hair is white, but everything else about her looks like she could be a young woman, but she's clearly very powerful, knows what she's doing, and I really like the way that she actually not only just took care of Ken, but played with him a little. Like, she was actually a bit petty in the way she was dealing with it. Like, the way she just uses that bat and her cane, we like her. We like her a lot. But anyways, we see that she did see that Ken was in there and didn't just, I guess she could have destroyed him, but she didn't. She just made sure he would be able to be contained while he was on her property. And I mean, we saw stuff we already know. Momo clearly has feelings for him. She does have a little crush, but she's not ready to, you know, to deal with all that yet. But now we know too that the other Ken is actually an actor, because I was like, who is this Ken? Did she ever meet him? But now we know they are two different people, but as it goes in many countries, there's usually a lot of people with the same name. So anyway, yeah, once Grandma found out what happened, and it's interesting because we saw her on a TV program and it seemed like she was getting everything wrong. But as soon as I saw that and they said he was an actor or an idol, I was like, oh yeah, she's telling the truth. If you know anything about K-pop, J-pop, you know that a lot of them be hiding whole secret families, and that comes to light usually either after their career's done, or if it does come out, it's a big scandal. But I digress. So anyways, once Grandma kind of got caught up to speed with what happened, which I love about Grandma, she didn't even like freak out. She was just kind of like, oh, okay, you found this kid. Oh, you went into the spiritual hot zone. Oh, okay, this is what's going on. We just figured it. Like, she's just not phased. I love this about her because we ain't got time for all that anyways. But I really like that she just said, okay, we need to defeat this spirit. This is the way we're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to train up physically and you're gonna have to train up spiritually, and we ain't got, you know, not a lot of time, so let's go. And so that's what we started, and we found out now that Momo is very powerful, and that burst of her, when her powers basically first broke through, that's potentially where her power is at. In fact, it probably could be more, but that's at least where her real power is at. But Momo explained that since then she hasn't been able to do as much as she did. And so Grandma just said it's sealed off somehow. We're not sure, but she's like, I do think that's your real power. And I agree. I mean, it was a shock, right? Probably a big shock to her system to go from never using anything in the way of her psychokinesis to suddenly being able to use it at that level. But I also think that it was the trigger, right? Like, she was literally about to go through one of the most traumatic experiences of her life and possibly lose her life. Not to mention that she didn't want to see her new friend die. So she really had to dig deep. And I think that it was very much a subconscious reaction that she had that unlocked her powers. But ever since then, it's probably something where, I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe there's more to it, but my guess is that she has to figure out the right trigger to unlock that level of power. Because my guess is that it probably takes a lot out of her. Right, because she was probably also high on adrenaline when all that happened. But as we saw at the end of the last episode, she passed out, right? Because after she went through all of that, took care of all those aliens, then had to maintain keeping Ken from transforming that whole time, or fully transforming that whole time. Then she had to fight off whatever that weird sumo thing was. And then, all that she had to do without sleeping from the second her powers awoke. So I think even though she's not been doing the big bursts, I think that it's been showing that she's already super powerful and that she was able to do a lot with zero training. So I do think it's still there. I just think as far as the trigger for her to be able to use it all at once in a burst, that's probably something that she's going to have to work up to, because I feel like otherwise it's going to probably be a dire life or death situation trigger that makes it do that. So anyways, Grandma's like, I think we can get you there, but it's going to take time. And she's like, with him, poor Ken, she's like, it's going to take him a while to get leveled up physically. So let's see if that works. But we see that, of course, with Ken carrying this curse, my guess is that it's like an echo chamber that goes all the way back to the Turbo Grandma. Like, she can hear everything that they're planning because Ken's there. So anyways, that's what I'm thinking. And we see that she ends up coming in, speaking directly to Momo and saying, you come to the tunnel, because remember, her and Momo have already fought, so she has a personal vendetta with her. She said, you come to my tunnel and, we're going to do this one-on-one. I'm not going to give you time to get strong enough to beat me up. So you show up or I'm going to come for your grandma next time. So unfortunately, the timeline for the battle has been moved up, but I'm not mad at it. I kind of like the pacing of the show. I like that we're getting a lot. We're not having to wait too much for things to happen. But at the same time, I still want the training to happen. And I'm still trying to figure out whether or not the show is planning on having Ken have this curse throughout the entirety of it. I feel like that's a little bit crazy, but again, if he learns to control it, even if he's got to become the emo version of it, that could be okay, but we'll have to see, because it's 2 episodes now that they've delayed him being broken from this curse. So let's see what happens. I'm interested to see whether or not she will actually be able to break this curse when she goes up against Turbo Grandma, or if it's going to be another close call, or if it's going to be something, like I said, where Ken's going to somehow figure out a way to take over the curse for himself and get control of it. But the only reason I'm thinking they're not going to leave it with him, or he's going to have to figure something out, is because he's missing little Kenny, and so that's got to be a problem. I don't think he wants to live the rest of his life without that. Like, that's not okay. That's really not okay. So anyway, another great episode. I love this introduction of Granny's character. I think our trio of main characters is complete now. I wouldn't mind some more though, because everyone we've met so far has been interesting in their own way. Although I definitely want to know more about Ken. We really have not seen a lot about Otaru or Ken yet. It's all been kind of just the fact that he's a loner, the fact that he's an alien nerd, and the fact that he seems to, kind of struggle with his esteem. But that's pretty much all we know about him. And the fact that he doesn't have anyone looking for him when he's been gone for almost 2 days. Yeah, I gotta wonder what's going on there. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more about him maybe in the next episode or next couple of episodes. But otherwise, loved it. Hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love, and I'll see you in the next one.